And good Sunday morning. How are you today? Hope all is well for you as we start out this day. Somewhere around 72 as we'll head for a high a little bit later on today into the 80s. We'll get all into the forecast in a moment. As we recap yesterday afternoon, of course, we had a level 1 of severe weather last night as we watched this. It come down the edge of Alabama, right on the corner of Mississippi, and followed its way down. As we look at radar, just to show you the path of what went on yesterday, it started about right in here getting bad, moved down through Tuscaloosa. And as you look at all this, numerous reports this morning, all these blue dots is severe weather damage, mostly trees. There was some hail reported right here around south of Tuscaloosa yesterday afternoon. We got heavy rains here all through Noxubee County. When it got to Scuba, it was extremely heavy. A little bit of heavy weather here in Lauderdale County. And by the time it drifted into Clark County, it had lightened up. But as we stepped over to Sumter and Choctaw County, Alabama, it was serious rain that came through the area, more to the east side than it was on the Mississippi side. So a wet evening for a lot of people, but looking better for us today. We'll get deep into the forecast here in just a few moments as we begin our Sunday morning. Again, how are you? Good morning to Miss Joyce Snowden Godwin up today, along with Denise Wheat. How are you? And Miss Alicia Fisher is up stirring today, and a few other folks that are up and going today. Hope y'all are all doing well. As we look at, I guess you could call this, we all remember the story from the Bible, Jonah and the whale. Well, it happened sort of to a guy here Friday. I don't know if you've seen the story. Fox News covering a Massachusetts lobster diver was swallowed by a whale. He says he thinks he was in there for about 30 seconds or maybe more. This is the gentleman here, and this is a picture of him from his hospital room. Said he was swallowed whole, and he stayed in there, and he said he thought he was dead. That's all he could think of. And he started kicking, and the whale surfaced and spit him out. Normally, whales aren't aggressive, but don't know what caused that to happen. But he made it out with a bunch of bruises, no broken bones, and Fox is asking for a comment. He hadn't given any comments yet, but that's the headline. Amazing to make it out of that, isn't it? Yeah, there's more to that story, and I'd like to hear more as that surfaces. Also in Meridian last night was the big concert with Thunderstorm. Y'all remember this gentleman who was up against Todd Tillman in The Voice, season 18. He performed in Meridian for a benefit concert out at MCC. From what I understand and see the pictures, a good turnout for that also. So glad that worked out well. And the next headline, I think, a lot of people have seen this and scratched their heads and said, this is just not fair. Biden, to where he was bailing out farmers, well, only certain farmers, to forgive their debt. A federal judge has blocked this, saying it's unconstitutional and can't be done. 12 farmers have sued. It was going to only pay farms off for Black, Hispanic, and Asians and Native Americans. They said that although he was trying to fix one thing, he caused another thing. I think that's fair. I don't think that was right in the beginning. I think a lot of people believe that also. It's been halted. It hadn't been stopped. We'll follow this story as that develops over the next few weeks and see what happens with that. Just doesn't even sound right, does it? Well, anyway, that's some of the headlines across America. Don't forget, church doors are going to be opening up here in just a little bit, and why not better go? I hope you can make it to one today. If for whatever reason you can't, I hope you can make it and watch it online somewhere. There are plenty of church services where you can do that and watch live. Good morning to Pat Banks. Thank you for joining us. Also, Joy Robinson. How are you today? And Miss Joy Stamper up and stirring a little bit as well today. Let's see here. Also, I wanted to bring up when it comes time to get a set of tires, drop in to see my friends at Eastgate Tire. Matthew and his family will be there to take care of you. They'll give you a price. They'll take care of you. Keep your tires rotated, oil changes, anything you might need. Honest folks that'll give you a fair price on what you're looking for. Four-way stop there in Marion. Drop in and see them. That's Eastgate Tire. You'll do business with them from now on after you use them once. Good folks there. You'll enjoy doing that. All right, let's turn to our forecast this morning and get things rolling as what to expect today, what's in the forecast and all. Let's go back to, let's see here. It was a record high set in 1963 of 101, kind of a warm day. The low was on the 1952, it was 52 degrees. As we move forward on this, what is expected today? We're going to get into the 90s. 94 today. Heat index will be right at 99, and we'll look at all that in just a second. But chances of rain after 3 o'clock this afternoon. As we look at this, we've got 94 in Meridian. A little bit cooler as you go through Philadelphia, 1 degree. I don't think you can really call that cooler, can you? I was getting ahead of myself. Louisville area will hit about 93 as well as we go south to Hattiesburg, 94. And the heat index is from Hattiesburg and west will be a lot higher. We'll look at that in just a moment here. As we move across that Alabama state line this morning, still warm all the way from Demopolis, all the way through Livingston. These areas will be right at 94 degrees also. As we look over at Auburn, about 91. As we look at this is the heat index that I'm talking about. Now, the Meridian area and all of this right through here is going to be somewhere between 99 to 100. We don't get quite into this extreme heat. Now, this will kick off at about 10 this morning and last until almost dark 30, around 6. But temps heat index sign is expected to reach 105 through these areas west and southwest of the Meridian area. So if you're going to be Laurel, Hattiesburg, Natchez, anywhere here, and then back over toward Jackson, make sure you drink plenty of fluid as well as here as well. But watch yourself when you're outside working because it can be dangerous there. So that's what we're expecting there. Now, the next question that we have, the National Hurricane Center, is we go to that 5-day outlook. This is at a 50% chance. This will be named Bill if it becomes a storm. Most likely will become a tropical storm in the next couple of days. What happens after that is a big mystery. There's a lot of models that show this moving right up to the Louisiana coast and coming ashore as some form of a small storm. It's still early to tell what it will be, but wherever the storm, whether it comes in Texas or Louisiana or Mississippi, whatever is on the east side of it is going to get a lot of rain. That is 100% confirmed as we look at all the different models with this. So 50% chance now of this becoming a tropical storm. We'll watch it, let you know how this develops over the next few days. But this could be a huge rain event for Mississippi coming up on Father's Day weekend. This is expected anywhere from late Thursday through the weekend. Again, it's early as everybody watches this. So we'll stay on top of this to let you know exactly what's going on with all of this, keep you informed where it decides to go. But Bill is going to be the name should it become a storm. As we move to this, temperatures may be a little bit cooler here over the next 10 days than normal. We look out to our west, we're seeing they're already issuing a lot of things out to the west in Arizona, Phoenix, and these areas there of extreme heat to be checking on the elderly. So if you've got family that live out west, make sure to check on them, make sure their air conditioner is working fine, they've got everything they need, because it's going to be extreme into the teens, 119, somewhere around in there, 115, with heat indexes out that way. Hot, hot, hot. Let's go ahead and pull up our 7-day forecast and show you what we've got this morning here. As we move into today, and I was trying to move around here so I can get another item pulled up here that I've got here. All right, as we look at today, 94 is going to be the high. We'll get down to 72 tonight. As I mentioned, rain, what's going to happen with this? Our chance, and it will be spotty at best. It's not that we're going to have a flood this afternoon, but a 30% chance of a thunderstorm after 3 o'clock, mostly sunny today. So we're hoping all of this warm weather is going to dry out all this mud hole that we've got in every yard. Mine is just awful. I know yours is as well. Again, let me remind you that heat index will bump up 5 more degrees, and it will feel like 99 while you're outside. Tonight, still holding on to that 30% chance of showers, should end by 7 o'clock. So we're looking at somewhere between 3 and 7 p.m. of getting that chance of showers. Tonight, we'll get down to 72 as it shows there. Back up tomorrow as we go back to work. Looks like we'll have 20% chance of showers, but even warmer tomorrow. Be ready if you've got to work outside tomorrow for any length of time. We're going to get in that extreme heat. 101 is what we're expecting on the thermometer on the heat index side for tomorrow. So warm, warm, warm. Now, as you see across the week, our chances of rain start to dwindle away and sunshine moves in and it'll get warm and it'll dry out everything eventually. As we look at Tuesday, we're into 93. By Wednesday, we're 88. And by Friday, we're sitting at 90 degrees. Wow. Look at that. All right, let's go ahead and bump ahead to another week and go toward the end of the month there into June. It looks like through June 27th, rather, we'll hit some highs of about 84 here. A little bit cooler there on this part as we go into the 23rd. By the time we get down here to the 26th, we're back into the upper 80s as we're getting ready for the 4th of July. Can you believe that we can even say that is getting close to the 4th of July. This year is moving along, and another year of our life is just about flown by, right at that halfway point of the year. I'm telling you, it's just shocking to even think that it's gotten that far. But wow, is all I can say on that. Big thank you to EMEPA, who brings us our weather each and every day. Yep, big thank you to them also. Good morning to J.T. Rigdon joining us there. Also, Sandy Kaz, Louisiana sure doesn't need another storm. They don't. Carol Stepper, thank you for watching also. It looks like somewhere along in there it's going to be some heavy rain that's coming in. Again, we don't know. It's still early as to how bad this thing will be. Most models show it just becoming a tropical storm at most. Nothing major at this point, but it is Mother Nature as we had out that watch yesterday afternoon for severe weather from 2 until 7, and it was late. It was expected to come in at 5. It ran a little bit slower, as I told you Mother Nature can, and it was about 8:30 when we started seeing all of this come in. Did you see the clouds in Collinsville? Boy, they were some kind of dark yesterday afternoon as we looked up at the sky there as it drifted through all that, dumping all that rain. But our friends and neighbors right across that Alabama state line through Butler, Alabama, and those areas to Mopolis took a beating with those thunderstorms. Although it was sunshine in Newton, Mississippi, and all the way back to Jackson and those areas, just to the east of there, it was torrential downpours, I think is the best way to put it. I watched it for an hour and a half as it just slowly moved through there. Everybody was okay, but boy, I tell you, a lot of rain fell down. Well, that's a quick look at our weather this morning. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, I'll be back with your weather update beginning at 6:30, and then we'll kick off the morning show at 8 a.m. sharp. We'll be right here bringing it to you on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, and we'll also be live on television. Join us there as well. If you've got a TV set, watch us in the Meridian area on MeTV, as we'll bring you the latest and the greatest that's happening nationwide and locally to get you updated with everything. And again, we can't do it without you watching each day. I thank you. You've been a big supporter of mine from day one when this was just a thought of doing this. Y'all have been very good to me, and I can't thank you enough, along with all the sponsors that jumped on board and stayed with us. And as they continue to grow and more sponsors come about, we get more equipment when that happens. This stuff is, and I'm learning slowly but surely how to put things together. I got some folks that helped me build all of this, and I thank them as well. But most of all, I thank you for watching me each day. Again, it doesn't happen without you. As we begin this Sunday morning, don't forget to join church if you can. Go in person. It's always better to see your friends you hadn't seen in a while. But if not, there's always a church service that would love to have you watch as well online. Again, thank you. We'll be back should the weather turn bad. If not, I'll see you bright and early in the morning beginning at 6:30 and then again at 8. Again, thank you for joining me here. It's Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by